What's up, internet? Today I'm going to try out a few new, at least new to me, GoPro products. The gooseneck and a clamp, okay? I have for a while now been desiring to get that like third person shot that you see in a lot of videos. Let's see, who does it a lot? Jake the garden snake, I think, is a I think he was one of the first people. Let me try and speak English. One of the first ones I watched to do that. Also, Hippo Drones has been doing it for a long time as well. And most recently, one of the channels I watched that does it is Gorilla Biker, and they've got this big long stick. Now this is not the big long stick, but this is what GoPro offers, and this is called a gooseneck, and I got two of them. And why is this one longer than the other? Did I compress it? Can you compress these? It doesn't seem like you can compress them, but this one definitely is longer. So I ordered one gooseneck, and then I ordered this kit, which is the clamp and the gooseneck. And I love the idea of having a clamp that you can just move real easily. And these goosenecks, you can stack them. So what we're really kind of going for is that, and you got to make sure these suckers are tight. I don't want to lose a camera today. We want to try and get that third person kind of shot, you know, either from the back of the bike or the front of the bike. Now, let's take this guy off the clamp and let's take a look at this clamp up close. Come on, baby. Come on. These suckers in there tight, man. I don't think the goosenecks are going to come off. So I got two goosenecks to try and just extend the camera away from the motorcycle as much as possible. So first off, it's a pretty hefty ass spring in there. Definitely use this a lot. You're going to be beefing up your forearms. Your grip strength is going to get better. These clamps, they pivot, which is kind of nice. You got a rubber pad here, so you don't have to worry so much about what you're clamping onto in terms of scratching or anything like that. Nice soft clamp that pivots, and it's even got a little bit of a, well, this one does. This one's got a little bit of a spring in it. This one does not, but they both kind of pivot. And then inside there's this rubber strap. Feels like rubber. And I think this strap is meant for, like, if you're clamping onto something that's smaller than, say, this inside space. We'll just call it space. I was going to say diameter, but it's not really round. You can pull this you can pull this strap kind of tight, and there you go. So whatever you're strapping onto can fit in there. Now, if you accidentally pull the strap too tight, no worries. Push this through like so, and then just open the clamp, and you'll be all right. And then from there you can pull the thing back in, but don't clamp your finger in there. I almost did that just then. So we'll try the ship art. I think I'm going to try that first. And then I've also got the suction cup mount, which is brilliant because you can put this up front on the side of the bike on the fairings, and then you can clamp this guy on like so. And so we could be on the side like that and get that third person shot that we've been trying to get. So we'll see how this works. The other thing I like about these goosenecks is they feel pretty stiff. They're adjustable, but I don't think you're going to have to worry about these guys moving around. Even at like interstate speeds, I bet they would hold their position. Well, we're going to find out. That's what this video is about. Let's get on the road. Let's wire this puppy up. I'm going to put the 360 on you. Now, I wonder, can you twist these guys? Yes, you can twist them. So the reason why I wanted to twist it is because being a 360 camera, we need to put it in 360 mode. We'll do that here in a second. But being a 360 camera, you're going to have this weird looking seam where the front camera and the rear camera get kind of stitched together in order to get that 360. So these side shots is where you're going to get that weird seam. So if you're more interested in getting shots over here and over here, then twist the camera that way. If you're more interested in getting shots, you know, forward and backward, then have the camera facing like it is. Okay, sync. Let's do this. Should be freaking interesting. You know, one thing I got to remember is when I'm getting on and off the bike, not to kick this guy. Are you gonna be okay? You're gonna be okay. I'm scared. This is tight. This is tight. That's tight. Please, please don't want to lose my Hero Max. It's one of my favorite cameras. So if you've been around my channel a while, at one point or another, no doubt you have heard me complain about GoPro. So rest assured, I am not the biggest GoPro fanboy. I do like their products, but they tend to have these issues now and then that kind of just stop you from just absolutely loving their products. You know, it's hard to explain, but they make some great cameras, some great features, but they all seem to have these Achilles heel things about them that just make you want to love to hate them. But at any rate, my point here is you're gonna get the honest truth from me. I've complained plenty about GoPro. My ship's still back there? Yeah, it's still back there. I've complained plenty about GoPro. I'm gonna give you the honest truth. I bought all of this stuff with my own money. GoPro doesn't give me nothing. This is I'm not an ambassador or a influencer. I just wanted to get some third-person shots. I wanted to find a setup to do that, and this is my first attempt at that. So I'm just going to tell you the honest-to-God truth and how I feel about their crop, which is what I've always done. And so here we go. Look at that mountain over there. All that snow up there. It's still on there. Okay. Well, looks like it hasn't moved an inch, so that's a good sign. It's a little bit breezy. It's not like super windy, but I feel like we're riding into the wind. So I'm not sure how much of my body is preventing that from hitting the camera, but the fact that it hasn't moved yet, I think we're doing like 45, and now the speed limit's up to 55. So highway speeds, but slow highway, not interstate speeds. Well, the clamp worked. I think we were doing probably around 60-65 miles per hour, and it's windy, and now I'm feeling the wind in the spot. It's blowing against me, so we were definitely riding into the wind. Not sure how much of my body was blocking it, but she stayed put. We'll see what the footage looks like. Alright, I'll take the clamp off, and it's fairly padded in here, so I wasn't really worried about it scratching this up at all, to be honest. But let's do the suction cup thing. So same kind of deal, you know you're going to have seams on the edges here, this direction, so think about the shots you want to get. Like, I'll probably place the camera like so. I'm going to want a clear shot here and here, and I'm not going to care so much about this direction and that direction. So let's do this. Dude, are you going to stay there? I'm a little scared. Pray for my camera, people. Pray for my camera. I'm sure it'll be fine. I'm not the first person to do this. It'll work. It'll be good. At least if it falls off, I'll see it happening. I'll have a good chance at recovery. It's moving around a bit. Mostly like when I shift gears. I don't know, this footage will be interesting. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey. Alright, looks like a good spot to change camera positions. Okay, as you can see, instead of the clamp, which I just wasn't getting a good feeling from it, at least not on the footrest mount up there. So we're going to do the suction cup one more time, a little bit different position, a little bit more forward, and higher and forward out front. So yeah, we'll see what it looks like, man. Let me know down in the comments below which of the 3 different views we tried, right? So we did the shit bar behind us, and then we did one here on the left side, but kind of more center, and now we've got a much more forward position on the right side. I'm kind of excited to see the right side just because the exhaust is over there, but I don't even know if the camera's gonna pick that up. Oh, I'm definitely not gonna be able to reach and grab that sucker if it starts to go, but we're not gonna go far. Basically, just turn around and hit these nice little curves here. When you look at it, it's like, in my head, I'm like, this shouldn't work, you know? Like, it shouldn't work. It just shouldn't. We've got no cars. That's lovely. I will finish this ride up, and I'll meet you guys back in the garage and let you know what I think.
All right, it's actually a couple days later after the ride. I think it's Tuesday as I record this, which is kind of nice because I'm almost done editing the video minus this outro piece. But that gave me some time to kind of, as I was going through the footage, it's like, oh yeah, I remember that part, yeah. So it gave me time to think about what I really liked and didn't like about these GoPro accessories. So first, the gooseneck. Again, I mentioned this in the video. I have no idea why one is longer than the other, but if you count the pieces here, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then this one's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's got like 2 more pieces on there, or I guess they're kind of in like, I don't know, whatever. One's longer than the other, don't know why. Something that I really like about these is that they're adjustable, but they hold their shape in the wind. So I think we probably went a range of different speeds from 40 all the way up to, I think at one point, maybe 70 miles per hour. So maybe we averaged like 55, 60 miles per hour, something like that. But they did not move, not one time, no matter where I had them. We tried the rear and then the left front and then the right front. So that's really cool. The other thing that I didn't think about trying while I was there is you don't need to use these goosenecks with a clamp or a suction cup, which is what I used in the video. They will attach to any GoPro mount. So it's the standard plug that we're all used to. So I could have mounted it on my windshield where I have one for my front rear facing camera that's looking back at me in most of my videos. So these are cool. I like them. They're cool. They work. This video wasn't really about the suction cup, but since I used it, I have continued growing faith in the suction cup. I've heard a couple people have lost cameras with these, but so far it's been fairly flawless. I think that my main issue with this clamp is I haven't used it enough. So I'm going to continue playing with this, but I did not get a comfortable vibe from most of the places I tried to use this. The only place where it seemed to work really well is probably the one place I'll never use again, and that was a grab handle on the rear of the bike. I didn't like any of the views from there. It just didn't work for me. And if I wanted to get rear shots, I have a GoPro mount on the top of my helmet. I could put the camera up there in 360 mode, and it's probably even a little bit higher, despite the fact that I had 2 goosenecks. So that was kind of, I didn't really care for that shot. I liked both of the front shots. I think I liked the right side the best because it was a little bit more forward than the spot I chose on the left side. It was actually almost in front of the mirror on the right side, but on the left side it was pretty much close to where your handlebars are when your handlebars are straight. So those were my favorite shots. Let me know what you guys think of the different shots down in the comments below. I'll probably reuse those shots, not just on the Busa, but I got an idea for a video on the ZX10, so I'll probably make use of that, and I'll keep messing around with this clamp and see how many different places I can get a nice comfortable feel where it's not gonna flop around too much. That was the other thing too. It's like I swear the entire time on both the left and the front, it just felt like it was always going to come off, but it never did. It never did. It just, the way it kind of wavered around in the wind, I was for sure I'm going to have to return, make a U-turn and recover a camera. I was just utterly convinced, but it didn't. It held, the goosenecks held their position and the suction cup did its thing. And I don't know if I would, try and use that setup for like a really extended ride. I would probably just use it for small sections, 20, 30 minutes here and there, and rely mostly on what I rely on today, which are the sticky GoPro mounts, that have the adhesive. You stick them on there, and they're stuck in that position forever. So until you remove it, which, they're not reusable. I think that is everything I want to say, so keep your upside down. We'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.